Hey everybody, welcome back. You know, sometimes adulting feels less like a smooth, organized journey and more like constantly running into walls while trying to juggle 3 flaming chainsaws. But hey, if we can't laugh at the absurdity of modern life, what are we even doing? Today, I've eagered a whole list of jokes and observations that hit way too close to home. You might want to send this to a friend who also thinks adulting is just a fancy word for making poor choices while chronically tired. Let's start with the eternal struggle, the budget. People are always telling me I need to focus and prioritize, but honestly I think I'm actually excellent at multitasking. Think about it. I can waste time, be completely unproductive, and procrastinate on important tasks all at the same time. That's efficiency. My bank account doesn't agree, but my spirit certainly appreciates the commitment to avoiding responsibility. Speaking of aging, have you noticed something about hair color? I often get asked about my gray hairs. And look, let me set the record straight. I don't have gray hair. No, those are not gray hairs. What I have are wisdom highlights. I am just extremely wise. The amount of wisdom I possess is so immense that it's actually changing the pigmentation of my hair follicles. So next time someone mentions your grays, just tell them you're experiencing a wisdom overflow. You're welcome. Now, let's talk about the Herculean task known as cleaning. You know those days when you finally bite the bullet and deep clean the entire house? It looks immaculate for maybe 17 minutes, and then life happens. I had one of those days last week. I literally cleaned the entire house, top to bottom, scrubbing, dusting, vacuuming, the whole 9 yards. It looked magazine ready. Then my spouse came home and asked, "What did you do today?" And I just looked at him and said, "I cleaned the house yesterday. Sorry you missed it." Seriously, if you don't witness the cleaning, did it even happen? It's like shrugging as cleanliness, it only exists when observed. Moving on to social life, which, let's be honest, is exhausting. Everyone talks about being a social butterfly, flitting from conversation to conversation, sparkling and charming, but that's just not me, and maybe it's not you either. I'm not a social butterfly. I am definitely more of a social caterpillar. Here's the process. I show up, I eat a whole lot of food, seriously. Everything that isn't nailed down, and then, almost immediately, I want to curl up and go to sleep for a very long time. That's my entire party cycle. If the party host doesn't have a quiet, dark corner I can cocoon in by 9 p.m., I'm probably mentally checking out after the appetizers. And then there's the inevitable trip to the doctor, usually for some kind of vague ailment brought on by my terrible life choices. My doctor recently gave me some very stern advice. He told me, very seriously, that I need to watch my intake of sweets. I took that advice to heart. I really did. So you know what I did? I moved the giant candy jar right next to the TV, where I can see it better. Now I can watch my intake clearly. And that counts, right? It's all about monitoring the situation. It's important to respect medical advice while interpreting it in the most beneficial way possible. Finally, we have the ultimate expression of family love and dark humor. This one comes from a friend who was talking to his kids about end-of-life planning, trying to be pragmatic and light-hearted. He told his grown children, "When I pass, I want to be cremated." You know what those lovely kids did? They looked at their calendars, discussed the logistics, and then Matrufaki told him, "Great, Dad. We made an appointment for Tuesday." Gotta love that efficiency and proactive planning. When adult kids are involved, even your final wishes become a line item on the weekly to-do list. Alright, that's it for today's dose of relatable comedy. Which one of these hit the hardest for you? Were you nodding along to the wisdom highlights or the social caterpillar? Let me know in the comments below. Do you forget to hit that like button if you laughed, and subscribe if you want more videos about navigating this crazy world of adulting. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.